Hello, welcome to another edition of Cap Comparison Picks.
Hi.
I'm Ranch. Today I will be giving you the
Sports stuff.
sports stuff. I will be giving you the capper comparison picks for UFC Vegas 10, or I've also seen it listed as UFC Fight Night 180, I think.
What is that?
Bet Online says. This is Nam. That's the guy's last
No,
name.
it says no.
Nam.
Maybe it said it was no.
Nam. Whatever. Tyson Nam. What, did she say that today? Yeah. Tyson Nam. Guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Olivia's our new living tutor. But anyway, I'm giving you the capper comparison picks for UFC Vegas 10 prelims, except for this fight is on the main card. I only got 4 boards, so I do two shows. I do the main card, and then I do the prelim. So I picked the best 4, actually the best 8 fights. But I don't know, I wanted to do the Bobby Green. I didn't pick that one. Anyway. If you are new to my show, this is where I take picks from my favorite sports handicappers. Here they are obviously MMA handicappers.
He talks about
And
sports all day.
don't interrupt. Okay. And I post their decisions on the board to make it easier for you to choose your decision. Yeah, a lot of times they ride the favorites, but they sometimes you get one that doesn't, and he gives reasoning. By the way, all these handicappers, their links to their YouTube channels and videos will be in the description. Okay, so let's get on with this. Sorry to ramble so much. Yeah, I know. All right, so I'm going to start down here with Sabina Mazo versus Justine Kish. This is usually when I give a little introduction to the handicappers I'm using. 4 of the 5 handicappers in this show I've used previously. I do have a new guy though, brand new. So, taking Sabina Mazo. First of all, Mazo comes in with a professional record of 8 wins and 1 loss. She is 23 years old. Big favorite at minus 241. These odds are from Bet Online and they're from this morning. And today is, what's today? Wednesday, the 9th. Oh, excuse me. Justine Kish, is it Kish? I think. Kish. Heard it Kitch, and I heard it Kish, and Kitch, I think. Justine Kish, we'll say Kish. She's 32 years old. She has a professional record of 7 wins and 2 losses. She's the underdog at plus 206. The over-under on the rounds, now listen to this. It's a 3-round fight. So if you think it's going to go the distance, the over is at a gross minus 325. So all the bookmakers, probably because her last fight, this girl, Justine Kish, I've heard from 3 of these 5, I don't know which ones, but 3 of the 5 handicappers that I'm mentioning all said she's the worst. Like her last fight was the most boring fight ever in UFC history. She doesn't throw punches and kicks. She's just horrible. Like when it comes to entertaining, if she can win without throwing a punch or a kick, she will try to do that. But so yeah, 3 guys are saying how horrible it is to watch her fight because she just drags on. But they always go to the distance and end up into a decision, which sometimes she happens to win. But anyway, that's why the odds makers have the over 2.5 at minus 325. The under, if you think one of these girls can end the other one within distance or within 2.5 rounds plus 250 payout. That's interesting. So keep that in mind. Okay. Taking Sabina Mazo is Brandon K. Brandon K. He's a regular on here. I gotta get a new marker. It's been dried out when I was talking. Brandon K. He's like a regular now on my show. I use him pretty much every week. He knows what he's talking about. He's good insight on all the fighters. He keeps it real. He thinks it's gonna be Mazo by decision, of course, just like the rest of the world. And he's also saying it's gonna be over. So I'm not even gonna write that because that's just chalky. Of course it's gonna be over. I mean, anyway. MMA Guru. This is the one with the British Guru. He's the one with the knit cat. He's also saying Mazo by decision. I like the British Guru. He's very crude and he's very opinionaire too, and he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He'll tell you he's honest though. When he had a weekend, he went like 2-9 on his picks. Horrible, but he told it. You gotta respect that guy that can own up to his faults and flaws. Okay, MMA Guru, he's saying by decision. eBay's fight predictions. eBay's is also saying by decision. I like eBay's. He's a younger guy. I think he's from New York too. I want to say he's like in one of his videos, not this recently, but like a couple weeks ago, he mentioned Albany when he wrestled in like high school. I think he said he wrestled in Albany. I'm from New York, so I don't know. But eBay's, he also seems to know what he's talking about. All these guys, to make it onto my capper comparison show, you have to, I say this every single week, but you have to meet. You can't just be a coin flipper. You can't, and you can't, there's some guys, they'll just scroll their picks without even explaining why. They'll just, why would I ever choose them, These guys give reasoning behind why they're taking everybody, and they give fighting chance they give paths to victory for both fighters usually, or if there's one that they say there's no chance, they'll say it. It's like, oh, there's no chance she's gonna win. But cappers are wrong too. That's been proven in the UFC. Okay, eBay's saying by decision. James Lynch, he's the professional. This guy, suit and tie guy, he gets interviews with all the fighters. You can go on his, like I said, description, link in the description to all these guys. James Lynch, if you go to his channel, he'll have, I think he's got interviews with, like, on this board, I think he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 of these fighters, I want to say. On the full card, he's like got all sorts of interviews with all sorts of fighters. He's great. James Lynch. I don't have room. He's also saying by decision. Everybody's saying by decision. Finally, the new guy. He's also, this guy, his name is Newsom. He's also British. He is from MMA Play 365. Okay. This guy, I like that he had his picks out early. He's another Brit, just like MMA Guru and from my main card show late in UFC Gambling Addicts. But he's once again, I think he knows what he's talking about and he backs up everything he says. So this here, folks, is a full capper consensus. Bum, bum. This is where we do a little dance. A full capper consensus is where all the cappers agree on one side. And in this case, every single handicapper is going with Sabina Mazo. to beat Justine Kish. And I am also in agreement with the full capper consensus. I'm taking, oh, wrote on the wrong place. That's if I was going against the cappers, which I often do. But I'm taking Sabina Mazo. It's gross. But I'm gonna take it in a parlay, and yeah, that minus 241. I'm not gonna individual bet that. That's just stupid. But I'm gonna take it in a parlay. We'll see how it is when I choose decision, because from what everybody's saying, look, decision. All of them are saying decision. I mean, the value is if you think Mazo can knock her out. But I guess this girl Justine Kish just keeps on coming. She's just, I don't know. It's like hitting a piece of iron, I guess. Kind of like, Rocky 4. Whatever. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, Mazo by decision. Moving on. Okay, where am I going? This one I am going to here. Brok Weaver taking on Frank Camacho. Brok Weaver comes in with a record of 15-5. He's the Native American Indian fighter. Really marketable. He's got that whole persona attached to him because he comes in. He's got the Native American necklaces, and I don't know if he wears war paint and stuff. Maybe, but anyway, Brok Weaver. He's 15-5. He is the underdog at plus 186 this morning. He's taking on Frank Camacho, who got knocked out by that Justin James. Like 40 seconds of the first. I remember I picked Camacho to beat him. This was I don't know, a month or 2 months ago, something like that. But anyway, Camacho comes in. He has a record of 22 and wins and 9 losses as a professional fighter. But here over Brok Weaver, he is the favorite at minus 221. Once again, a disgusting juicy. Disgusting payment of juice on that price. That's disgusting. I would never pick that. So, let's take a look and see what these handicappers have to say. Taking Weaver, the new guy, the Brit MMA Play 360. Newsom, that was his name. MMA Play 360. I'm going to shorten that down. I'm just going to put Play 360 from now on. Okay? And yeah, the rest of the boys are all taking Frank Camacho. We've got Brandon K. He's saying by stoppage. I mean, I could go into detail with everything these guys said, but I just don't have time. I still do the main card show. Shoot. He's saying by stoppage, Brandon K. MMA Guru, he is saying by decision. Okay, we got eBay's fight predictions. He didn't say how, but he did say Frank Camacho. James Lynch, the professional. He probably interviewed one of these guys. I'm not sure, but for real, he's got so many interviews with so many fighters. He's also saying Frank Camacho by decision. And you know what's good about James Lynch? He doesn't, like a lot of guys, if they do an interview with a fighter, they'll pretty much, for sure, pick that fighter if they're a handicapper, like Vlad and same with Fortune Teller, MMA Fortune Teller. He interviewed, he's not in this, but I watched his whole card anyway. He picked Schnell because Schnell is grew up in Clearwater, Florida, same place as MMA Fortune Teller. So because of that, and he remembers middle school, there was little after school fighting between MMA practitioners and street fighting kids and stuff. I don't know. He had this whole little story about that Matt Schnell. And then he had it, well, and plus he had an interview with him. Or, you know what, it might have been Billy Quarantillo. I don't know, but, because he had an interview with Quarantillo too. But anyway, he had this, and he ended up picking him just because of that, I think. But this guy, James, my point is James Lynch, I think he had an interview with, who's it? Brok Weaver. I don't know. He had an interview with somebody, so I assumed he was going to pick him. He didn't. He picked the opposite. He picked the other guy, which I find that remarkable because most times they don't. The handicappers don't do that. I like that. Good on you, James Lynch. So anyway, this one I heard the math on this was like even though Justin James knocked him out, Camacho has better significant striking. I think I did hear that when I was listening to these guys. Yeah, Weaver, he's marketable, but he's just not. Camacho's just a better fighter. That's from what I've heard through listening to these and a lot of the main card guys too. Every time I'm driving, I try to get some of this research done. So I just let it play. Okay. So, and look, Brandon K saying by stoppage, but I mean, who else? MMA Guru said decision. eBay's didn't say. Man, I don't know. I think Weaver's got the value too, the plus number. I can't really recall what MMA said why. I think that the Justin James thing the knockout there played a big part too of his choice. But don't quote me on that. You'll have to check out his video. But I don't know. I'm taking Camacho. I'm gonna take him, I guess, by decision. Yeah, just to drop that, or to, so that I don't have to pay that much juice on that. Minus 221. Ugh, gross. Who knows? Moving on. Yeah, I don't like that fight. But yeah, Camacho's gonna win. I just don't like that number. I like the value. Okay, moving on. Enough of that. We got Matt Schnell taking on Tyson Nam or Nam. Tyson Nam, says Olivia. Matt Schnell comes in with a professional fighting record of 14 wins, 5 losses. He's a negative number underdog at minus 103. Tyson Nam, his record is 19 wins, 11 losses, and 1 draw. He's the favorite at minus 117. The over-under here is set at 2.5. I didn't mention it here, but whatever. And they're both over and under the 2.5 are both at minus 115. Okay, let's get into it. That's what Fight Night Pick says. Okay, we've got fortune teller's buddy, Matt Schnell. 14-5. Let's see who's taking Matt Schnell. Okay, we have James Lynch taking him by decision. James Lynch, I was like, man, I appreciate your picks and all this stuff, and he got real defensive, those aren't my real picks. These are picks I don't put a lot of thought and research. I'm like, dude, chill, relax. I still like your insight, and you know more about these guys definitely than I do, especially if you're interviewing them, all of them. I mean, and plus he's professional. He gets paid to be handicapping. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not even monetized. So James Lynch, the professional, saying by decision. The new guy, what am I saying? What I say I'm gonna rate MMA Play 360. Newsome. Play 360. or 365. What is it? 365. Really? Okay, play 365. He also did not mention. I don't think he does ever. He just says who he thinks is gonna win the fight. Okay, I'm gonna play 365. Taking Matt Schnell. Oh, by the way, Matt Schnell is 30. Tyson 36. Okay, taking Tyson now. We have Brandon K. And he said by KO. But he also said out of all the fights on the entire card, this is the hardest one for him to pick. Note that. So when they say that, that means they're kind of on the fence. They don't really, they're just kind of like gun to the head, make a pick. But he said that KO. So MMA Guru, he has no problem picking anything. He's so direct, you know. Just change your hat. First round finish, he said. First round finish. Okay, and finally, eBay's fight predictions is saying also first round KO. So yeah, these guys think Tyson. You know why? Because I think this guy Schnell. I want to say he's been knocked out the first round a few times. Tyson Nam has never been knocked out, I don't think, or never been submitted or something like that. There's some stat I heard. Man, they all blend together after you listen to so many. Okay, so there you go. We have 3 cappers taking Tyson Nam, and 2 of them taking Matt Schnell. But you gotta, that James Lynch, I do hold his opinion in high regard because he does have like all these interviews, and like that's his day job is to handicap, you know. But I'm going with Tyson Nam. Yeah, I'm going with the capper majority. That's why I do this, to help me out make my picks. I was struggling with this pick myself, but because these guys listening to them, since I do the work for you, like they do the real work. They do the research. They watch all the fights, and so I don't have time for that. Then they compile it. Then I do the work by watching all their info and compiling that for you, so I can lay it out like this. So, and what I'm doing is just a whole bunch of information. A lot of it's opinionated, but a lot of them are stats and facts, and they jumble up and mumble in there. But I write down the picks, but the stats and stuff, I forget who says what because I watch so many. I watch 10, 12 cappers every time, you know, there's a UFC event. So I'm taking Tyson Nam, and I might as well go with the rest of the bunch and say, I'm gonna just say within distance. Okay, Tyson Nam within distance. So, moving on, finally, the first event on the main card, we have another one of MMA Fortune Teller's good buddies, Billy Quarantillo. Billy Quarantillo comes with a professional record of 14 wins, 2 losses. He is the favorite at -225. He's taking on Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson is the Canadian. He has a record. He's like a plain dude. He does no maybe he's got the generic cross tattoo, I think. But he's like plain Jane. He just blends in. He's not very, but he's got some knockout power though. He's a strong, silent, quiet type. That's how I see him anyway. Canadian, Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson's 29. Billy Quarantillo, 31. Okay. Okay, taking Billy Quarantillo. We've got. Oh, by the way, Kyle Nelson, he's at a +190. So taking Quarantillo, we've got Brandon K. And MMA Guru is saying by decision. And eBay's fight prediction by decision. And James Lynch, the professional. He didn't, that's not, I named him that. I'm naming him the professional. His picture is a suit and tie, you know. Second round KO, saying KO. Round 2. I'm going into Nelson's, but you know what? Doesn't matter because Nelson's got nobody. This is a MMA play 360, 365. I'm sorry, I'll fix that. So this is a full capper consensus. What? Same video. It's another, yeah. 2 capper consensuses in the same video. Poof! Throne pearls. Okay. Full capper consensus. Everybody's taking Billy Quarantillo over Kyle Nelson. I'm gonna be an outsider on this one. I'm gonna go with plain Jane. Mr. Canadian, man, I don't know. Billy Quarantillo, he's very aggressive. But I'm just going against, you know, fade me. I don't care. Go with me, go against me. It's not your money. I'm saying I'm putting my money on Kyle. I'm going to go with the upset. I don't care. Whatever, I can. Take Kyle Nelson. You know, plus 190. That's why. That'll at least beef up my parlay. Because look, everybody else, look at that. Gross. I don't like to be the gross. Just take favorites. What? My name's not Brock Page. Just kidding. But anyway, I'm taking Nelson in this match. Okay, so there you have it. To recap, I've got Sabina Mazo beating Justine Kish by decision with, yeah, that is a fancy seat, with the full capper consensus. And then I have Frank Camacho putting it to Brock Weaver, enough to outlast him and get the decision win. Then after that, I have Tyson Nam within distance, putting it to Matt Schnell, one of fortune teller, one of his buddies. And finally, the upset going against the full capper consensus. Oh, Rand, you're crazy nuts. You're going against all, yeah, whatever. I'm taking Kyle Nelson for a surprise upset over Billy Quarantillo. Okay? Strong, silent killer. I don't know what his nickname is or anything. I just know he's Canadian and he's Kyle Nelson. So there you have it. Gather the info. Place the bets. Cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to leave a comment with any of your picks on this. If anyone's backing me with the Kyle Nelson, go ahead. I need some support. I don't want to be the only person in the world taking them. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, hit the bell. I'm making the main card video probably right after this. So yeah, good luck with these bets. Parlay them. I'll see you next time.